Hello, everyone. I hope you all had a good week, and we look forward. Hopefully, everyone will have a good Shabbos as well. The video Dvar Torah this week is sponsored by Steve and Sybil Levison in memory of Steve's mother, Rachel Bat Yona Aleh Shalom, whose yahrzeit is on Sunday. And Steve and Sybil, we thank you, and it should be a merit and aliyah for your mother's neshama, Steve. Thank you very much. In this week's Parsha, we have the description of the first Shabbos as the Jewish people experienced and observed it as they learned of the concept of Shabbos. And I would like to focus on one detail, one verse from the Parsha of the experience of the Jews in the wilderness, and to better understand how it illuminates one aspect of Shabbos and what it should mean for us, and hopefully make Shabbos more meaningful. The context, of course, is the man, the miraculous food that fell in the wilderness, and Moshe Rabbeinu explains to the Jewish people, Sheishes Yamim Tilkatu, for 6 days you will go out and gather the man, Ubiyom HaShvi'i, Shabbos Lo Yabob, on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, there will be no man. Now, what will you eat on Shabbos? Of course, Moshe explains to them, Ki unosin lechem Hashem will provide for you Bayom HaShishi lechem Yomayim, a double portion on Friday. Shavu ish tachtav, however, on Shabbat, each person should remain in his or her place. Al yetzei ish mimkomo bayom hashvi'i. No person should leave his or her place on the 7th day. On a very basic level, this command of Moshe Rabbeinu, Al yetzei ish mimkomo, do not go out, meant don't go out to gather the man. It obviously didn't mean they were locked in their tents, in their homes, but it means don't go out to gather the man. However, our sages were bothered by this phrase. First of all, it is superfluous. Moshe Rabbeinu already told them, don't collect. Why does he need to repeat? Shivu ish tachtav, stay where you are. And then repeat again, Al yetzei ish mimkomo, do not go out of your place. And even if the verse was not superfluous, was not extra, if part of the experience of this first Shabbos was described in the precise words of Hashem as a person remaining in his or her place, with the command of Al Yetzei Ish Mimkomo, do not leave, do not go out, do not depart from your place, well then that must capture some essential aspect of Shabbos, and that must be expressed in how Shabbos will be observed forever. And so the sages teach that this verse is the basis of the halacha, which is not as well known as other details of Hilchos Shabbos, the halacha of Tchum Shabbat, that there is a limit to how far a person can walk on Shabbos. The limit is 2,000 amo, 2,000 arm lengths, about 3,000 feet, 3/5 of a mile. Not too far, just 10, 12, 15 minutes of walking. Of course, we walk much longer than that because the border means 2,000 amot beyond the city limits. In a settled area, you can walk wherever you would like. From Brookline to Newton, it's continuously settled, lived areas. But beyond, wherever the settlements of houses, of buildings that are regularly used ends, you can only walk 2,000 more amot. And beyond that, no further. Al yetzei ish mimkomo, there is a prohibition, a boundary of how far we can walk. There is a place defined by halacha that we cannot leave on Shabbos. Now, this is the technical expression in the halacha, but the question that I would like to try to delve into is, what is the idea behind this? What is the deeper idea of Al Yetzei Ish Mimkomo? That Hashem says on Shabbos, you stay where you are. Each person is in his or her place. Do not leave that place. And there are many, many layers. I'd like to share with you just some of my own thoughts. The Gemara derives the measurement of the 2,000 amot from a comparison in the language Al Yetzei Ish Mimkomo. Here it says, do not leave your makom on Shabbos. In the context of the Arei Miklat, the cities of refuge, where the accidental killer would run to be safe and protected from the blood avenger. For there it says, V'samti lacha makom. Asher Yanus Shama, that I provide for you a place to flee. And there we know that there's a boundary of 2,000 amot. So here too, the boundary is 2,000 amot. The Gemara is comparing Shabbos to an Ir Miklat, to a city of refuge. Our place, there's a place physically, our place mentally, our identity spiritually. Shabbos is a place, palace and time, a city of refuge. Even now, perhaps even more so now, Shabbos can be a refuge from the week, the difficulties of the week, the bad news of the week. So the Torah is saying on Shabbos, retreat in, and you can be safe, you can be protected, you can ignore the outside, you can have a break from the hardship and from the worries. That's one aspect. But Shabbos, of course, is not just a refuge, it's not just protection or a break from the everyday, from the 6 days of the week. The Torah says that on Shabbos you remain in place. Al Yetzei Ishmim Kamo. That is clearly tied up in the ideas and the themes of Shabbos, that is a Yom Menucha, is a day of rest. What does that mean? It's a day of rest. You, the object, you are at rest. There's a deep sense, there should be, of peace on Shabbos. There's a sense of things are good as is. There's not a restlessness. We are at peace with ourselves. We are at peace with the physical world, physically, spiritually. During the week, we are, so to speak, traveling. We are moving. We are growing. We are conquering. We are reaching. We are accomplishing, as we should. But on Shabbos, we are supposed to stop. We stop being creators and we stop even moving. We are at rest. We are at peace. Al Yetzei Ishmim Komo. And so on Shabbos, we don't think about how we want things to be, how we would wish the world to be, which is hard. But we are at rest in our place. We should contemplate on where we are, ourselves, in our lives, in our families, and think about not what we want it to be, but what it is. Look around. What is our place? And obviously to see the good in it, to see the blessings in it, to be at peace with it. We are at rest with the world around us. We are at rest with ourselves in our place. On Shabbos, we shouldn't be thinking about what I wish I would be or what I wish I would do. But I have a place in the present, a place in my family, in my community, a place in the eyes of Hashem. Shabbos is a day that we find internal peace, acceptance with who I am, seeing who I am, where I am, what is my makom, what is my place. It's a day when we are more in touch with ourselves, when we should think about and thank Hashem that we have a place. Part of the idea of this pasuk, Al Yetzei Ishmim Kamo, each person should be in his or her place, not taking someone else's place, not trying to find a different place. Each person has a place. The ontological pain, suffering, to be a human, stems from the sin of Adam Harishon, of Adam, and his punishment was to be kicked out of his place, to be exiled, and thus always to be on the move, to never be totally, fully at peace, at rest, without a home. Shabbos, which is a taste of the world to come, Shabbos is a day when we are at peace, when we are at home. We are not in exile, just the opposite. We are not allowed to leave. We feel, we have a sense that we are exactly where we should be. Finally, the Zohar comments on this pasuk, Al Yetzei Ish Mim Kamo. No person, man or woman, should leave his place, not with a lowercase h, with an uppercase h. Al yitzei ish mimkomo, do not leave his place. Baruch kvod Hashem mimkomo. On Shabbos, we are in his place, in his environment, in his world. And the pasuk is saying, do not leave that. Enjoy that. These are just some of the layers of the meaning of this profound pasuk. Al yitzei ish mimkomo, do not leave your place. Find peace with who you are, where you are. Find peace and security being in his place, in God's place. Hopefully, we should all have such a wonderful and spiritual and strengthening Shabbos. And I wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom.